In this world, whose family is there without blemish? Who is free from sickness and grief? Who is forever happy? In a quiet village, nestled at the foot of the mighty Himalayas, there lived an elderly sage named Rishab. Known for his deep wisdom and serene presence, Rishab was sought after by villagers and travelers from distant lands for advice. One day, a young man named Arvind came to Rishab's humble abode. Arvind was troubled, burdened by the challenges and hardships of life. He had lost his parents at a young age, struggled through poverty, and faced disappointment in his search for happiness. Sitting before the sage, Arvind began to speak with a heavy heart. "Master," he said, "I see families around me who seem perfect, blessed with prosperity, health, and joy. Yet, I cannot help but wonder, is there anyone whose life is truly without blemish? Who is free from sickness and grief? Who is forever happy?" Rishab, with a gentle smile, looked at Arvind and said, "Arvind, you are not alone in your questioning. These are the very questions that have troubled the minds of many throughout history. The truth is, no family is without blemish, no person is free from suffering, and no one is forever happy. These are the inevitable parts of life. Sickness, grief, and imperfection are a shared human experience." He paused for a moment, allowing Arvind to absorb his words, before continuing. "There was once a great king named Harish, who ruled over a mighty kingdom. His wealth was unmatched, and his land was fertile and bountiful. He had everything a man could desire. Yet, despite all his riches, his family was riddled with conflict. His eldest son, the crown prince, rebelled against him, and his queen suffered from a debilitating illness. No matter how hard Harish tried, he could not find peace, and he could not shield his loved ones from sorrow. Rishab leaned forward, his eyes twinkling with understanding. And then, there was a humble fisherman named Bala, who lived by the shores of the river. His life was simple, his family was poor, and they struggled to make ends meet. Yet, in their small home, there was laughter, love, and a sense of togetherness. Though they did not have wealth or grandeur, they found happiness in the little things: family meals, shared stories, and mutual support. Yet even Bala faced sorrow, for his son fell ill, and the grief of losing him was unbearable. Despite their love and bond, even they were not free from the inevitable pain of life. Arvind listened carefully, his heart heavy but beginning to understand the depth of the sage's words. "Perfection, Arvind," Rishab said softly, "is an illusion. Life is a balance of light and shadow, joy and sorrow. No family is untouched by hardship, no person is exempt from suffering, and no one is without flaws. It is the nature of existence. But does this mean we must simply accept it and resign ourselves to a life of suffering?" Arvind asked, his voice filled with uncertainty. Rishab smiled, his eyes filled with compassion. "No, my son. Acceptance is not resignation, but a path to understanding. The key is not to seek a life devoid of difficulty but to cultivate inner peace and resilience in the face of challenges. It is not the absence of suffering that brings happiness, but the way we respond to it. A life well lived is one where we find meaning, gratitude, and compassion despite the imperfections." Arvind thought deeply about the sage's words. He realized that he had been searching for an ideal, a perfect life free from sorrow, when in reality, it was the imperfections and struggles that gave life its depth and meaning. Happiness was not about avoiding grief or sickness, but about finding strength, wisdom, and love even through hardship. As Arvind stood to leave, Rishab offered him one final piece of advice. "Remember, Arvind, the family with no blemish, the person free from grief, and the one who is forever happy, they do not exist. But each of us can find peace within, even amidst the chaos of life. Embrace the journey, with all its ups and downs, and you will find your own path to happiness." Arvind left the sage's home that day with a lighter heart. He understood that perfection was not the goal. Life, in all its complexity and imperfection, was to be lived with acceptance, compassion, and resilience. And in that, he found the true meaning of happiness. Thanks for watching. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to give it a like, share it with others who might benefit, and subscribe to the channel for more valuable content like this. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.